And now our host for today, Miss Debbie Bissoon.
Good morning, everybody. Come on, guys. We've been up a while. The sun is out, and we are fully charged and ready for today. So again, St. Anne, good morning. That sounds like the St. Anne that I know and love. Ladies and gentlemen, you are a part of an epic day. It is all about the commissioning of the very first public electric vehicle charging station by JPS. And if you are ready, let me hear you make some celebratory noise. Woo! This is going to be a revolution for sure. And this morning would not be possible without a few key individuals. So I want to ensure that we do go through today's program as snappy as possible. As you can feel, today's the start of summer. Anybody else can relate? It is really the start of summer here, right? And so we want to make sure that we go through this program in good time. So let me first acknowledge our Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, the Honorable Darrell Vaz, who's with us. Member of Parliament for Northeast St. Anne, Ms. Marcia Smith. Director General of the Office of Utilities Regulation, Mr. Answorth Hewitt. Deputy Director General of the OUR, Cedric Wilson. He's also here with us. President and CEO of JPS, Michel Gantois. Chief Operating Officer of JPS, Gary Borrow. Senior Vice President of Generations and Special Projects for JPS, Joseph Williams. Colleagues and partners or streamers online, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, welcome, welcome again. Today is a great day. As you all may know, JPS is at the forefront of a progressive movement to revolutionize transportation in Jamaica, land we love, from primarily gas and diesel-operated vehicles to electric vehicles. And so, very, very, very soon, in fact, even today, there is a car here, an electronic vehicle, that we will see on display being charged as our first model. And I'm sure very soon we're going to be seeing a number of vehicles driving up right here to boot to charge their vehicles as well. But to give us the overview of today, we're going to be inviting my co-host, Mr. Andre Mangue. Hi, Andre. How are you?
Hi, Debbie. Morning, morning, morning. It's good to be here this morning for our online fans and our offline fans that are here today. Thank you. And a special shout out to our mobile app users as well.
Yeah, today's a big day.
It's a huge day for JPS and it's a huge day for the nation, actually.
I think so, too. So what's going to be happening, Andre? Tell us.
Well, I don't want to give away too much, but we're very proud about what we're about to unveil. It's first of its kind here in Jamaica, and I think that the nation can be proud of the project we've been working on. It's taken us years to get to this point, and it's just a start of what's to come in the future. So we're very proud of this.
Absolutely. And JPS, as we know, you are the innovators, of the energy sector for sure. So this is a big deal.
Absolutely. We've been working on some remarkable projects behind the scene. We've been keeping quiet, and we really want to come out strong and show the nation that we are innovators and we're forward thinking for the future. And we're very enthusiastic about the future of energy in Jamaica.
Absolutely. And Andre is going to be joining me later on, ladies and gentlemen, because especially for online viewers, we have a number of giveaways happening. We have some gift certificates for you, but you have to keep it locked right here, right? Watch the entire stream so that you can see the questions and you can answer when those questions pop up. So, as Andre just gave us the overview of today, I'm going to be inviting the project lead, the Director of Business Development, thank you, Andre, Dion Nugent, to come forward and really get into the nitty-gritty of what's going to be happening and what we're going to be seeing today at this charging station. Please welcome Dion to the podium.
Thank you. Good to see you. Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, Honorable Darrell Vaz, the Director General of the Office of Utilities Regulation, Mr. Answorth Hewitt, my JPS CEO, Michel Gantois, and our executive leadership team, colleagues, partners, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, and what a wonderful morning it is. Today is an extremely proud moment for the Jamaica Public Service Company team as we formally launch the first public electric vehicle charging station here at the Boots gas station in Draxhall, St. Anne, a location specially selected as a major transition point between two major highway networks, ideal for a quick battery recharge. This project demonstrates an ongoing collaboration between JPS and the private sector entities to transition and transform not only the energy sector, but also the transportation sector with the introduction of electric vehicles. JPS is committed to creating an enabling environment for the sustainable development of the electric mobility sector. So we have taken a bold step to install public charging facilities to encourage all Jamaicans to make the shift to electric vehicles as a cost-effective mobility option. The JPS vision for vehicles to go electric started to become a reality in 2016 when our own executive leadership team took the decision to purchase 2 electric vehicles for demonstration purposes and deployed charging stations at 3 of our office locations. The large banner on the side of the JPS head office building with the picture of a plugged-in electric vehicle during that time signaled that change was coming, and we intended to be a part of that change. So, in 2018, we initiated an assessment with our consultancy partners, Exergy Energy, for the conversion of the JPS fleet to electric vehicles. We also became active in the consultations coordinated by our sector partners and stakeholders, such as the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology, the Inter-American Development Bank, the Office of Utilities Regulation, and the United Nations Development Fund to support an orderly start to this new sector. So it was no surprise when in 2019, the JPS Board and Management mandated our newly formed business development team to deploy an island-wide network of public charging stations. This was a bold move with only a few electric vehicles on the island's roads. But the message was clear to our team. Now is the time for us as the electric utility to make public charging facilities a reality. Today, we stand before a level 3 or rapid charging unit that can facilitate a full charge within 20 to 30 minutes. So, if you want to top up your battery while traveling from Montego Bay to Kingston or vice versa, then you can stop, take a quick walk to stretch your legs, do a little shopping, and within a few minutes, you are ready to go. Our island-wide rollout program will have 3 rapid charging locations and 7 fast or level 2 charging units to top up the battery in your electric vehicle while you are on the move or going about your business for a few hours. We intend to make the experience of an electric vehicle owner to recharge hassle-free and easy. We thank Mr. Wayne and Denise Booth, who didn't hesitate to partner with JPS when we approached them to use their facility as our first site. Also, a big thank you to our technology partners, DBT out of France, Charge Lab out of Canada, consultants Exergy Energy, and of course to my project manager, Richard Gordon, for the diligence to achieve this milestone today. Thank you all as we continue to work together to make Jamaica ready today for the change of the future. So let's charge and go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dion. Let's charge and go, making Jamaica ready for the future that is already here, really and truly already here. And it's time for us Jamaicans to meet the world where it is, right? Good. And I love the fact that we are right here at Boot, because if you know anything at all about this property, you get to appreciate the diversity and the variety of options that they do have right here on location. There's a supermarket. There's so many things here to take advantage of while you are charging your vehicle for about 20 to 30 minutes for a full charge, as Dion said. And so it is at this time that I'm going to be welcoming to the podium right now a gentleman who I call my hometown parish family member. His name is Mr. Wayne Booth, and he is the general manager for Booth's Service Station. St. Anne, you have to represent and give him a big round of applause. He is your guy. Please make him welcome.
Thanks, Madam Sermon. I have a few. I'm a little taller. I have a few guests I want to acknowledge. Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, Honorable Darrell Vaz. Okay, I'll do that. Director General of the OUR, Mr. Answorth Hewitt. I need to fix my mic a little more here. Give me a pardon. Deputy Director of the OUR, Cedric Wilson. President and CEO of JPS Charge, Michelle Guantois. Chief Operating Officer of JPS, Mr. Gary Barrow. Senior Vice President of Generation and Special Project for JPS, Mr. Joseph Williams. Colleagues and partners, it was great pleasure. I greet you today. It's a journey which I am proud of myself to be the first gas station owner, operator that embraced changes. In other words, I am shooting myself in the foot, but this one is a good shot in my foot. Because when change comes, you have to embrace it, or else you'll get leave by the wayside. So with that, I'll tell you a little more about Booth. It's one of the largest gas stations on the island, probably in the Caribbean. It boasts one of the biggest supermarkets here, a pharmacy, a deli, a BPO. BPO of this kind is the first time in Ocho Rios. So that's another tap on my shoulder. We have a deli, and soon to come, there's a local fast food chain that will join us. You know, I must tell you something about me. If I come to your house and I see something good, I'm going to copy it. I'm a copy taker. This property boasts one of the most ultra-modern bus stops. Anybody can attest, tell me it's not so. Just look out there, you'll see it. Also, this property, you hear people saying they are going green, they are this. We are green. 20% of the energy consumed here is produced by solar panels. 180 solar panels are now on the gas station roof. And we're not done yet. We're adding another 500 panels. These are 425 watt panels, which will give us an additional 50%. So we will at 70% of the power used will generate right here. Aren't we green here? Aren't we green here? Not only does that save us valuable foreign exchange, it also let us less dependable on fossil fuel. Also, it protects the environment. Consider the amount of CO2 would have emit in the atmosphere if we weren't using those 680 panels. So today, I feel good, I feel proud of all the commendations I've heard, being the first this. And as you know, our tagline, everything in one boot, Today, we're going to add one more thing to the boot. Charge and go. Thank you all. Keep shopping. Blessed.
No, I think Wayne deserves another round of applause, you know. Everything in one booth. Don't know, you have to love that. Thank you so much, Mr. Wayne Booth, General Manager right here at Booth Service Station. I love the progress, love the things to come. Very, very promising. And congratulations again, Mr. Booth, on the wonderful build out here in St. Anne. So, Andre, where are you, Dre? You have to give me some information. What's happening online? What are the people saying?
Wow, well, they're tuning in and they're loving what they see. There's a lot of anticipation in terms of seeing what is behind the screen right here. And we also have some special giveaways for Instagram and our Twitter followers. We want you to go on and we have some special questions.
So we have to tell them what's special about the giveaways, right? Because I am trying to figure out if I can enter, right? So two prizes, you have the chance to win two prizes of $5,000 e-cash for any JPS account. And you know we're going to need any kind of little help that we may need. So it's a very welcomed prize, I'm sure. For persons who are online, this is your chance to answer those questions and win it, right?
Absolutely. And we're keeping it simple. We want to give the users a chance online.
Exactly. And remember, guys, we are streaming live on the JPS website, also on Facebook, IG, and YouTube as well. You have no excuse not to be watching what we're doing here today.
Yes, it's my JPS Online, very simple to remember. You can log on any one of those channels and see what's special to come. We don't want to give anything away, though.
Love that. All right, Andre, no problem. We're going to be pulling you back in later on. And the winners will be announced at the end of the program. Not just yet, so, you know, stand by, go on, keep answering the questions, keep looking to see if you can win, and we'll announce the winners later on. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome our next speaker. He is the president and CEO of JPS, Mr. Michel Gantois. Please make him welcome.
Well, thank you. It's going to be hard to beat the level of energy of everyone today, including Dion and Wayne there. That's quite fantastic. So let's try. Good morning, everyone. Today marks the official commissioning of JPS' first public electric vehicle charging station. But it's frankly more than about some steel on the ground that maybe you will see a little bit later today. It's about the future of energy and transportation in Jamaica. Electric vehicle will be part of our future. The number of vehicles sold everywhere in the world increases dramatically every day. They are cheaper to operate, they are easier to maintain, and they are good for the environment. And I don't know if you hear, but there's a lot of noise behind us here of traditional vehicles. They're very noisy. Case in point, electric vehicles are also silent, an additional benefit to avoid noise pollution. Jamaica must be prepared for the inevitable move towards electric vehicles. And I would like to commend the government on its effort to ensure a coordinated approach to building out the EV roadmap in Jamaica. With the Ministry of Energy, the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Transportation, you can see it's a real collaboration here, along with the Planning Institute of Jamaica playing a critical role as well. The OUR, the regulator, must also be commended for taking the step of setting a new electric vehicle rate in its recent tariff determination. A lot of different people and organizations playing a vital role here together. JPS is very proud to be playing a leading role in enabling electric mobility in Jamaica. And it's beyond our role as provider of electricity, which is our traditional role. We plan to install 10 electric vehicle chargers by the end of July. Our vision, however, goes beyond the chargers. Our focus is on the entire electric vehicle and electric mobility ecosystem that will support essentially the end-to-end requirements of the operations of EVs. The new electric mobility ecosystem is about all of Jamaica. Very importantly, it's about jobs. It's about building new skill sets and high-level technical skill sets. It's about providing new job opportunities for people to work in a new, emerging, and exciting industry. We want to create internship opportunities for students, training opportunities for technicians and mechanics to service the vehicles, and for first responders when needed. It's also about creating innovative financing mechanism for persons who want to pursue new ventures, new business ventures in the electric vehicle industry. And it's about creating a cleaner environment where our bus and taxi drivers and other users can operate vehicles with zero emissions. This electric mobility ecosystem is about everyone. It's about providing opportunities for the young and not so young, for men and women. And speaking of leading women, obviously, I want to, and I'm very proud that this project was led by one of our top engineers that you heard before, Dion, who is still there. Thank you very much, Dion. A very important aspect also of what we're doing every day. This ecosystem goes way beyond JPS. It will require the contribution of many, many partners to make it a reality. I'd like to recognize also the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, for the critical role they are playing in partnering with us to make electric mobility a reality in Jamaica. I also want to thank, obviously, our critical partner, Wayne Booth, that we heard with such an enthusiastic reaction before, the owner of this property on which we have our first electric vehicle station. Thanks to our suppliers, obviously, our contractors, and the great team that made all of this possible. So electric vehicle will definitely improve the way we use energy. They will improve the affordability of transportation, very important point in this country. It will reduce the country's fuel bill, and it will increase people's available budget for something other than fuel in their car. As we usher in this change, I want to invite owners of electric vehicle to stop by the charging station here at any time from now on. And in fact, as an introductory offer, for the next 2 weeks, JPS will pay for you to charge your vehicle right here. Isn't that a nice gift? Once you are registered with us, just stop by and charge and go. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gontois. I love that. So for the next 2 weeks, you can pull up right here and charge on behalf of JPS. Of course, they are creating a solution for a sustainable future. We absolutely love them and we applaud them for doing just that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to welcome our guest speaker, the Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, the Honorable Darrell Vaz. The major priorities for the ministry are the creation of enabling an environment to facilitate access to alternative sources of energy, greater incorporation of science and innovation, as well as ensuring universal access to broadband and wireless services as a right for all Jamaicans, with a specific focus, I love this part, on rural Jamaica. St. Anne, make some noise now. Right, this is a big deal for us. We are very excited to hear from him. Please make him welcome our very own, the Honorable Darrell Vaz.
Thank you very much, Madam Master of Ceremonies, representatives from the Office of Utilities Regulation, JPS Board Directors and Management, members of the media, and of course, ladies and gentlemen, although small in numbers because of the COVID, and of course, our social media followers. I first of all want to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Wayne Booth on this amazing operation here at Draxall. I was invited to do the opening ceremony, and unfortunately the COVID pandemic interrupted that. But every time I come here, either as a customer or I drive past, I smile because I remember not too long ago, a few years ago, when this project went for approvals, it was refused by parts of the planning agency. At that time, I was in a different capacity in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and I was responsible for hearing the appeals. And I remember this appeal coming to me as it relates to this, what we are seeing today, game-changing development. And I'm happy to say that at that point, I actually physically came down here and had a site visit with all the agencies involved. And between the government agencies and Mr. Booth's technical and professional team, we were able to sort it out so that can stand here today and see an amazing structure employing hundreds of people and, of course, helping to build the economy. So congratulations again. I'm indeed pleased to be a part of this commissioning today. This event represents a significant and welcome turn in the tides of Jamaica's move to e-mobility. The Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology embraces this collective delivery of a critical commitment to our national goals, a modern, efficient, diversified, and environmentally and sustainable energy sector. Today, this overarching vision statement has been given true life. We laud the Jamaica Public Service for the steady contribution to the modernization of the energy sector. As part of the national outcome, energy security and efficiency, especially contextualized in environmentally friendly technologies, is a remarkable win for our country and our people. Our nationally determined contributions, NDCs, which are commitments to uphold the Paris Agreement, contains very bold ambitions for the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. We have made significant provisions for reducing greenhouse gas emissions to 1.1 million metric tons of carbon dioxide. Together, we are making strategic moves to realize our bold ambitions. Last year, together with stakeholders, including the JPS and the Inter-American Development Bank, the Ministry completed the strategic e-mobility framework. The completion of this framework was an imperative first step in the build-out of electric vehicle policy for the transportation sector. We have moved towards the implementation phase of this framework. And I'm happy to say that I'll be hosting a meeting next week with the E-Mobility Council, which will be made up of government stakeholders and, of course, private sector stakeholders, including the JPS. So that will be the presentation of this framework, and the inputs will then guide us in a collaborative way. As witnessed here, the work is being done to build out the physical infrastructure. So as minister, I now have to drive faster in readying the legislative component today. I'm affirming the ministry's commitment to providing the enabling environment for us to capitalize on more opportunities linked to e-mobility. I have stated before that electric vehicles are the future. Well, today, I'm looking forward to driving into the future. And when I mention that, it would be remiss of me if I did not repeat Minister without portfolio for Works, Minister Edward Warmington's contribution just on Wednesday in relation to road improvements, which of course you know this government is very committed to. So for this part of the world where we are today, I want to just remind the citizens and people of St. Anne and Trelawney that the minister announced a 1.2 billion Jamaican dollar package, which will see the dualization and further improvement of the Miami Bay to Salem, which is 12.3 kilometers. Also, Sea Castle to Greenwood, and Greenwood to Discovery Bay. So in essence, one is 6.2 kilometers, which is Sea Castle to Greenwood, and 40.7 kilometers from Greenwood to Discovery Bay. So those of you who ply this route would know that once you get off of the North-South Highway and you turn left, heading towards Salem, Discovery Bay to Greenwood, you know the problems with traffic because of the amount of vehicles that are plying this route every day. So that is a welcome announcement, and I think that it will augur well to the production of the economy. We are ticking important boxes for the diversification of fuel and our energy mix, which places us on track to meet Sustainable Development Goals 7 of affordable and clean energy, which emphasizes the expansion of infrastructure and technology of modern energy services in developing countries. Our growing achievements provide a refreshing outlook for the evolving landscape for green technology. I heard Mr. Booth speak about green. That's one of my favorite colors. The introduction of more clean technologies mean we are driving steadily towards reducing pollution and our carbon footprint. This augurs well for the future we want to realize for Jamaica's transformation into more smart, sustainable cities and communities. According to the Global EV Outlook 21, the projections for electric vehicles are beyond promising. Despite the pandemic, electric vehicles registrations have increased by 41% at the end of 2020. In the first quarter of 21, global electric vehicle sales have soared almost 140% when compared to the same period in 2020. Two critical factors which accounted for the resilience in EV sales were supporting regulatory frameworks and additional incentives to safeguard EV sales from the economic downturn. These factors reinforce the role of our government, that the government has in facilitating the buoyancy of our future electric vehicle market, and we intend to carry out this work. Again, I would just pause to say that the Ministry of Finance has advised me that they have completed the review of the fiscal regime for the electric vehicles, which we are hoping to have further dialogue and get cabinet approval in short order. And as you would know, that would be a critical part, obviously, of the availability and prices of electric vehicles, which we must encourage and incentivize. Today's occasion will also mark an impactful shift in public awareness that will inspire more interest in renewable technologies in terms of public education. Jamaica will be more engaged and even encouraged to adopt green technologies as we expand energy solutions beyond solar panels in home, places of work and business. The charging stations deployed across the island will provide concrete examples of pro-environmental actions we seek to encourage at all levels of society. We no longer have to reference developments in international settings, nor say what we have seen abroad. Jamaica is a trending country in many regards, therefore we can no longer afford to be laggards when it comes to the adoption of green technologies that will spur sustainable growth. The transportation sector is part of the pulse of our economy. The legislative framework we are developing will also address the potential of electric vehicle market to enhance affordability of public transport, as well as commercial transport. This also supports the mission of our national energy policy to ensure that our industry structures embrace eco-efficiency for advancing international competitiveness and move towards building a green economy. We hope to stimulate a ripple effect that will also accelerate the uptake of cleaner technologies by business leaders, entrepreneurs who will incorporate these solutions within their operations like Boots. We are en route to secure a future for Jamaica. We are now driving into greater competitiveness as we continue our journey in promoting sustainable prosperity. Again, I want to congratulate JPS. I want to congratulate Mr. and Mrs. Boot and the entire Boot family, team, staff, and look forward to many more openings such as this in the coming months and years. My commitment as minister is to make sure that we push to have this policy effected within this financial year so persons will be able to purchase electric vehicles from dealers in the very near future. Thank you very much.
Oh, let's give our minister a bigger round of applause, please. Thank you so much to the Honorable Darrell Vaz for that presentation. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for Jamaica's future. We have so much to look forward to, and as you know, that progress comes with work. It comes with a little patience. It may not be perfect, but at least we are moving ahead and moving forward to a greater Jamaica. Andre, what are the comments like on social media right now?
We're getting a lot of comments here. I want to big up Danielle. Danielle says that she's excited to get her EV minister, so she's looking forward to the rates for EV. We have Douglas, who is saying that he wants to see more fast chargers coming. So absolutely, Douglas.
You heard. Yeah, they're coming.
And David, we want to give a special shout out to David, who says that he's excited to use a charger and he has his own Leaf, which he's willing to drive there.
All right. Well, hey, thank you so much to everybody online. And we're going to be announcing the winners soon. But it is time. It is the time that we have all been waiting for.
It's time.
We are about to see, St. Anne, you are first. We are about to see your very, very, very first electronic vehicle charging station. It is time. The electric mobility future is now. There we have it. St. Anne, your first charge and go station, courtesy of JPS. As our CEO, Michelle Gantois, shows our minister how it works. Audrey, you want to get in some facts there? Tell us about how it works.
Yes, Debbie. So you're looking at a 2014 Nissan Leaf here, and roughly it would take about just 20 minutes to get it from 25% all the way up to 80% charge on this fast charger here.
Okay, all right.
So very impressive.
Very, very impressive. I didn't even know Nissan made electronic cars. This is good.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, even better, because I know that our online users have been asking, what is that in terms of dollars and cents? Well, I'll tell you, it takes roughly about $450 to do that.
Wow. And I see Minister Vaz there. He has one of the station pumps right there, and he's connected it to the car. He's charging the Nissan right now. You can see it happening right there. Andre, I was speaking to the owner of the vehicle, and he was telling me that the silence is deafening. He said it's so therapeutic when he's driving. All you hear are just the wheels on the road running.
Absolutely.
He says he loves it.
Absolutely. And this is the beauty about electric vehicles is that it takes a rough journey and makes it more comfortable by adding that silence there.
I could take a little silence in my life. I love this. Love this. Sometimes you just need a little time for yourself on the road. You just, go in your vehicle and drive. Especially when you have good roads, and the road to get to Ocho Rios on that highway is perfect for this kind of vehicle.
Absolutely. And I just want to speak to the facts about this charger here. So we have different charger types, and it can accommodate your European vehicles as well as your US and Japanese vehicles. So it's equipped for all types of vehicles that require different types of chargers.
Exactly.
So it's not to worry.
And we know that Jamaica, we have imported a number of different vehicles from different parts of the world. So we have catered for the many varieties that we do have in the island. And there we go. The car is being charged. Minister Vaz is checking it out on the inside. He has swiped his card. Let's talk about the card that you need, and the app as well.
Absolutely. So it's very simple. The steps are very simple. You just go into your Google Play Store or your App Store, and you would download the Charge Lab app, which is our partner, official partner for the infrastructure. And what the Charge Lab app does is that it tells you all the chargers that are going to be online, and it also gives you the waiting time ahead of time. So if you're en route and you want to know if a charger is available, you can just go on the Charge Lab app and take a look at the many locations that will be available for charging.
Okay, so I just need to go on to the App Store, my preferred App Store, get the Charge Lab app, and sign up and enter in all my details in there. You can find me the nearest charging station as well, and I can pay with my app as well, right?
Absolutely. You can use your debit or your credit card and register the vehicle type and your vehicle details and some contact information, and it's as simple as that. You will get a card, which I have in hand here.
Right.
And that will act as a backup. So you can also take around your phone and you can have your card on you as backup.
So where do I get the card? If I have my electronic vehicle already and I would like to sign up with JPS, where do I get my card?
Sure, great question. So Charge and Go makes it easy. Once we register, we will automatically reach out to you. And there's something special happening for early registered users. So I want all our early registered users to go on, and you'll get a special rate for charging as well.
Okay, nice. All right. Let's talk about the money factor though. So I have my card, I have my app. How much money am I looking to spend to charge my car?
Sure. So the great thing about this is when you do the cost calculation, you're talking about as little as $45 to as high as
Andre,
probably
come here, man, and
$60.
stop playing with me now, Andre. Come
As
now,
little
Andre.
as $45
As little as how much money?
per kilowatt.
What?
Jamaican dollars. We're not talking US here. So it's very comparable.
That is incredible. I absolutely love that. So, we're talking about the long term here. We're talking about the long term. We're talking about the long-term value of a vehicle, of an electronic vehicle. So tell them the money again, because I don't think anybody online heard you. They're like, no, come on, Andre.
So
what? 45? What?
Absolutely. So a special rate has been announced, and we are encouraging EV use here. So it's as little as $45 Jamaican per kilowatt hour to charge.
I love that. And now we have the cameras here, so we can show them what the card looks like.
Right.
Show them what the card looks like. So you get that card. You get that card there. And you hold it against the screen for the charge port, right? Yeah? You want to demonstrate?
Sure. So here we have the card, and once you have the app, it's as little as just tapping on here and registering your card. And once you have that app, you'll be able to locate all the locations for where JPS Charge and Go will be.
Awesome. And then you can decide how much you want to spend, how long you'd like to charge for, and just take out your, the type of charger port that you need and put it onto your vehicle and go in the supermarket and buy some food.
Absolutely.
And come back, right?
And the great thing about it is with Charge and Go, what we're doing here is that we're building out the network. So you're going to see a lot more locations being built out for convenience. We've chosen the boot gas station as key because there's a lot of amenities.
Right.
So in little of 20 minutes, you can go in the supermarket, you can go in the pharmacy, you can get something to eat, sit in the comfort, and quickly, as little as $450, you can get this car charged up back and ready to go again.
That is incredible. So I can get a fully charged vehicle that can take me to Montego Bay and back to town for...
Well, from Montego Bay to Ocho, you're looking at as little as $450. The same vehicle would take you as high as $2,000 in gas to get to Kingston.
Whoa.
So do the math.
Wow, that is incredible saving right there. I love that. I love that, guys. The revolution is now. The revolution is right here in St. Anne at the boot facility right here in St. Anne at the supermarket. They have so many things right here, and we're very, very happy to have JPS presenting the first Charge and Go station. We'd like to say thank you to a number of persons who made today possible. But first, give yourselves a round of applause for being a part of history. Wow, you can say that you are a part of it first. Thank you so much to Mr. and Mrs. Wayne and Denise Booth of Booth's Gas Station. Thank you so much to technology partners DBT France and Charge Lab Canada. Also, Exergy, is that correct? Yeah, Exergy Energy, thank you so much. Phase 3, thank you so much. Also, Vantage One Group, thank you. Also, Epic Displays, J-Works, JPS Project Manager Richard Gordon, Project Lead Dion Nugent, JPS supporting team members, members of the media, thank you so much for bringing in the news far and wide. Our physical and online audiences, thank you all so much. It has been a very good morning to everybody. And the winners, we can announce them. Andre, go ahead.
Yes, I don't want to leave them out there. So our winners, Shani Bud, on Twitter, you've won yourself a $5,000 energy voucher from JPS. Congrats. Jalissa Jackson, on Instagram, you've won a 5,000 energy voucher from JPS.
Go,
so congrats.
Jalissa. Congratulations.
And I also want to take the opportunity to say that we have something special coming for mobile app users. I won't reveal it just yet because my bosses are standing there and they're saying don't reveal it yet, but we have something special coming for mobile app users as well.
It sounds very, very exciting. And guys, when you stay tuned to the online platforms, JPS has so much more giveaways to give to you right throughout the day. So you want to stay tuned for the winnings, all right? Thank you so much. Thank you, Andre, on behalf of me, on behalf of the JPS family right here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. You have been a part of history. Make sure that when you're driving your electronic vehicle, you stop right here at Boot and get charged to go. Thank you.
Just shoot for the stars if it feels right, and aim for my heart. If you feel like it, take me away and make it okay. I swear I'll behave. You wanted control, so we waited. I put on a show. Now I'm naked. You say I'm a kid. My ego is big. I don't give a shit. And it goes like this. Take me by the tongue and I'll know you. Kiss me till you're drunk and I'll show you all the moves like Jagger. I've got them moves like Jagger. I've got them moves like Jagger. I don't need to try to control you. Look into my eyes and I'll own you with them moves like Jagger. I've got them moves like Jagger. I've got them moves like Jagger. Baby, it's hard when you feel like you're broken and scarred. Nothing feels right, but when you're with me, I'll make you believe that I've got the key. Oh, so get in the car.